Hey guys, how's it going? I'm Lorraine and welcome to my channel. Now just before I dive in there and pull your cards for today, I'd just like to say I am an experienced and professional, holistic and spiritual counsellor and mentor, and I offer 100% money back guarantee for image readings, tarot readings, also the programs, as well as spiritual and holistic counselling, mentorship, plus advice to help you with union with self and union with your person. Just check out the details in the description box below this video for more information, and also check out astrology birth charts. So let's dive in there, guys, and let's see what messages the cards sent for you, for both you and your person's love journey thus far. Alright, so this is going on now for both you and your person. Alright, this could be in their personal life here, work life, alright guys, relationships, friends and family here, okay, and even for yourself here, collective. Alright, so you're coming in with the Chariot card. Chariot is Cancer, and it is ruled by the moon, and the moon is actually in Cancer. I think it's transiting Cancer at this time, because there is a full moon coming up. Really depends on where you are at this point in time. The full moon is going to be in Leo here. Yes. Yeah, so Cancer is your fourth house. It's your private life here, guys. It's comfortability, relaxation here. It's your settings here. Let me just get this one for you guys. Cycles of the moon. Of course, changes are going on here. Different changes have been happening for both you and your person. You're going through changes, and this is in your own personal life. This is your private life here. See, the shift is happening within yourself. That's how I see the Chariot card here, guys. Yeah, of course it can, most people on a kind of shallow level here, guys, it can come in as a vehicle. All right, in terms of your private life. Now, what once made you comfortable here, you're wanting to change that up, because you do have the moon and you also have Jupiter here, guys, in Cancer, being your fourth house. Sorry, it's in your fourth house in Cancer. And so Jupiter talks about luck and expansion here, guys. It's about building. How I would see it here, guys, making things happen for yourself. Here, of course, it does talk about luck here in your reading, good fortune here. What it can also talk about here, guys, is how your person sees you, feels about you here. And what it can talk about there is that over time here, your person's feelings for you have shifted. Their behavior may have even changed here, guys. Their routine, their patterns here, yeah, in terms of their routine, their daily routine here, or even their patterns. I'm talking about their daily patterns where they would always frequent here. Alright, guys, that's changing for your person. See, if your person always went to the beach Yeah, loves the water, and they always make time to go to the water. That's, you know, the beach, that's changing. They're going, let's say, to the rose gardens or something along those lines here. Let's say your person always used to run here, okay, for exercise here. Just scenarios. Now your person swims here. That's the changes that are coming in here when you're coming in with the Chariot. There's a lot of, yeah. Because that is talking about your 4th house here. See, because it also comes in as your person is confident to take certain action at this point in time. Oh, I would say they would need to, here in your reading, kind of build themselves up in a sense to take a certain action here, but they take that action here. See, it makes your person feel good that they took the action, yeah, that they didn't hold back from taking a certain action here, guys. All right. Let me keep going here, okay, guys, because you're also coming in with the Tower card here. Now, the Tower card talks about is Aries, and it is also Scorpio here. It's ruled by Mars, and Mars is actually in Virgo at this time, and Virgo is your 6th house. Sixth house. All right, guys, and that's about mental health and well-being here. Well, this can go either way, to be quite honest, here in your reading. And what I mean there is that this could come in as what you're going through, and what you're doing is totally different to that of your person here. Now, I just need to keep going here. Yeah. See, that's a good way in which I can explain this. All right, guys, the Tower card here. Because Mars, which rules Aries, okay, which rules your 1st house, is actually in Virgo. All right, guys. Yeah, this is what I was going to say. Okay, so let's say for your person to become calm, to relax, here's the best way I can say it, to be comfortable, they have patterns and habits. You know, some people, of course, they drink here, guys, or may take drugs, yeah. Well, you do to relax here, guys, okay. And it's always been comfortable to do that. Gamble here, guys. What else? Eat chocolate, eat food here, okay, because Virgo does rule your mental health and well-being, and for both you and your person, you've always seen that, you know, that's okay, that behaviour's okay, and it's not something that you have wanted to change here, okay, coming in with the Chariot. You kind of always followed that path. Yeah. Well, this is how I relax. This is what I do, and I really like doing it this way. Most people who have patterns and habits, you know, that's pretty much how it goes. Okay. But what the Tower card is also talking about here in your reading is now they're taking it a little bit serious here. See, a person may used to smoke cigarettes, let's say, yeah. They don't smoke as much anymore. So there's big changes happening here. Because remember I spoke about Scorpio here. Oh, yeah. Okay, we're talking about Scorpio. All right, now Scorpio rules, sorry, that's Pluto. Pluto rules Scorpio. And Pluto rules your 8th house here of transformations. All right, guys. And at this point in time, you have Lilith and Vesta And they also talk about health and well-being as well. So there's a big emphasis happening there for both you and your person here in your reading. You know, what I was picking up, like I said, this could go either way. What I'm also picking up here is, well, I didn't think I would enjoy it. Doing something outside of my normal routine in terms of relaxing, in terms of being calm and comfortable here. I've always only did it a certain way. Like I said, I used to, here you could be saying to yourself, this is you, both you and your person, I used to just run. I didn't think swimming would make a difference, but swimming is making a difference here. Yeah. And see, what it can also talk about here in your reading is, for both you and your person, really depends here. It comes in as, I know I need to give it up. Here, I know I need to let certain things go here. Now, that's right. See, Pluto is actually in Aquarius here. This is your 11th house. Alright guys, and your 11th house is all about, like I keep saying, it's innovation, it's change, it's progression here, progress in a sense, it's networking as well. Here, when you're coming in with your 11th house here. And see, when you do develop a habit, alright guys, an addiction here, let's say to drugs, well then you only associate with people who smoke drugs. Or a better way to say it is you connect better with someone who has a habit than you do with someone who doesn't have a habit here. Okay, pattern and a habit. But now it comes in as, for both you and your person, there's a big shift happening here with the Chariot card. Now, well, I talk to anyone. I can talk to someone who has a pattern and a habit. Yeah, I can relate to someone who has an addiction. I can communicate. All right, I don't see them as different. I don't judge them, but I also can now communicate to people that don't, in a sense. Because there's different groups happening here in terms of networking, is what I'm getting, because Pluto is in retrograde here. All right, guys, as it goes through Aquarius. Let me just get that one for you. And it's about, well, for both you and your person, here in your reading, it's about coming away from certain groups here, or choosing to come away, and it also talks about here choosing to connect. See, there's no barriers, is what I'm getting. But there's also that element of justice here, social justice in a sense, here in your reading. Like I said, the way in which you communicate here. With both those cards coming out here, guys. Saturn is also in retrograde, and Neptune could be in retrograde, and so could Chiron, because those planets are actually in Aries here, the Tower card. And see, Saturn can be about, here in your reading, because that rules your 10th house, that comes in as your career, your work life, or work here, guys. Yeah, work ethics here, your friends, your family, here in your reading. There, and it can also, in a sense here, guys, come in as a program, because it's always done a certain way. All right, guys, it's got to be like this. If you want what you are wanting, if you're wanting to achieve something, then it needs to be taken. These are the steps that you need to take to get there. All right, coming in with Saturn. Okay, guys, being in your, ruling your 10th house. Here. There's a, you know, this is all coming in as revisiting here, revising here, reconnecting. All of that's coming in here in your reading. Going, I was going to say going back here, guys, but it's going back over things that once motivated you here in your reading, coming in with Neptune as well. Here, guys, being in Aries. There's a want to know more. There's a want to study here, guys. And that's what's also bringing in the Tower here. Those two cards are coming in as there's a lot happening here for both you and your person. It's about what you're finding out here, what you're finding out about yourself, what you're finding out about each other here is bringing in the Tower. It's the best way in which I can explain it here. It's not so much keeping tabs here, guys, and keeping an eye on your person and following them on social media. There is another way in which you are learning about your person here. Study. Okay. And what you were learning is it is coming in as a shock, because for both you and your person, you already had an idea, yeah? And that could have very well been a judgment call here, and it could have very well been narrow-minded, or it may have even been gullible here. All right, guys? Just coming in with the Tower here. But what you're learning here, it's about how you're learning, or what you're learning here when it comes to your person. This is both you and your person here. Yeah. Because what you're learning, you're actually connecting the dots. Here, guys, there is a truth coming in here. There is a dream as well. Here, guys. Because the way in which you're learning about your person may be seen as unconventional. Yeah. For you and for your person, it could be, I've never really seen it that way. I've never seen a person that way. I've never connected with a person that way here. It's always been, I want to say black and white or straight up and down here at the program. And what you're learning about your person, this is both you and your person, what you're learning about each other is changing here. It can come in as it's blowing your mind, but your mind's getting bigger. And it can come in as, I've never thought like that about a person. I've never thought that way here. And when you do realize that, you can actually see just how narrow-minded you are, and you know how focused you've been on doing it one way here. Yeah, learning one way. So in a sense, your mind is kind of tuning into a universe here. Yeah. All right. Let's see what the obstacles and challenges are. Okay. All right, so you were coming in with the Three of Pentacles. You have the Ace of Cups, and you're coming in with, wow, Justice. This is the obstacle and challenge here in your reading. I think this is actually a challenge. Oh, yeah, of course it can come in as that. obstacle as well. See, what you're, everything that I spoke about here in terms of the Tower card and the Chariot, that's coming in as reprogramming. When I spoke about your mind is getting bigger, your thoughts, you're thinking outside of the box. You're no longer stuck. This is you and your person. You're no longer stuck in the program here. It can kind of come in as you're no longer stuck in the matrix in a sense here, guys. So there is, with this card here, the Three of Pentacles, this is what this is talking about, Jupiter here, guys. That expansion. Alright, it's actually talking about the whole lot of them, even though you're coming in with the Three of Pentacles here, I should say. See, it comes in as grounded. That's what I'm getting for both you and your person. I don't know if it's an information overload here, and if that's the case, then you need to have a journal. Yeah, and you need to write down what you're learning. And you need to just sit back and think, and then connect the dots to you here, and then double check it. Alright, reach out to me here, guys. Okay, book an image reading, tarot reading with me, as I'm not just a tarot reader. If you want to know the difference between the two, check out the details in the description box below this video, okay, for more information. See, what I get here for both you and your person, you could be working or you could be talking here with other people here to kind of get your head around it, the advice here, because what's happening here in your reading is that, you're coming in with the Ace of Cups here. And so what you're actually learning here, it could be about your person, but like I said, this is unconventional. This is like untraditional ways in which you know more about your person here. Yeah. And it could be by way of tarot here. It could be by way of astrology, esoteric knowledge here, guys. And so what you're also learning, this is both you and your person, this is what's bringing, the Chariot and the Tower. Here, use the Ace of Cups. See, coming in with that Chariot and the Tower, that Tower is ongoing here. Yeah, of course, I can talk about light bulb moments here, guys. All right, and so that light bulb moment is like a wake-up call. It's like, oh my gosh, is that what it's about? Oh my gosh, I didn't realize that. Oh my gosh, it comes in that way. Far out. I didn't think of it like that. Is that what that is? It's connecting the dots to your patterns of thinking, connecting the dots to your emotions and your feelings. Yeah, and also connecting the dots to your actions here and your everyday life here in your reading. Yeah. See, that's the reprogramming happening here for both you and your person here. And it is about love. See, love is no longer a perception here. You're learning the truth about love. All right, guys? Now you're coming in with justice here, and well, yeah, just is. There is no other way around it here, guys. You may be asking, is it true? Well, I think so when you come in with justice. Because justice is bigger than yourself here. Justice is, that rules Libra, and Libra rules your 7th house, Venus. Venus rules Libra, okay? And Venus rules your 7th house. And Libra is in your 7th house. Here, guys. Well, coming in this way with Aries being your 1st house. Alright. So your 7th house is the best way in which I can explain it here, guys. Is about partnerships and relationships here. Building partnerships and relationships here. Alright. It just is this way here. How else can I explain that? here in your reading. It is talking about balance. Like I said, for both you and your person, you may be a little bit unsteady here on your feet in this knowledge, in this information here, this understanding. It may be a little bit, I was going to say unsettling, but it's not unsettling here. What it talks about here in your reading, you just have to ground it, yeah, and to ground it here in your reading it comes in as, yeah, your health and your well-being here in your reading. It's like exercise here. When you ground what you know, it comes in as put it into action here. Actually do something with it here. But it's the correct action, because you've got to make that conscious effort here in your reading. So it can come in as, well, I've just found out through astrology that I'm good with music here. And I love music. This is just a scenario, right, for both you and your person. And I love music. Man, I'm good at singing. I can play an instrument here in your reading. I'm not too sure if that's the best way in which I can explain it here, guys. All right. See, because, well, what it talks about here is that you're in love with your person and they're actually in love with you. This is vice versa. This is why you're coming in with the Tower card, because even though, let's say, for both you and your person, you're seeing other people, you could be having coffee, you could be dating, it really, depends on you and your person, others here. And it's during that time when you're getting to know other people here that you're coming in with the Tower here, okay? But you're also learning more about your person. It's like that. And that's why justice is coming in. All right, so let's keep going here. All right. And let's come in with the potential outcome. Oh my gosh, well, there you have it. There's that Ace of Swords here, guys. I don't know if you can see it. It's my lighting. All right. And you have the Two of Cups. And you have the Knights of Wands. Well, someone's writing in here quite fast here, guys. That's for sure. The potential outcome here. Everything that I said here, there's clarity here in your reading. Did I talk about that here? Clarity, what clarity could mean for both you and your person. Here, there's no more humming and hawing here. You've got the answers. You know what you've found the truth and what you know, what you've learnt here, the knowledge and understanding, yeah, about each other. You've got that truth. You know who each other are. And it comes in as, and you understand your emotions. Like I said, the perception, no longer in that mode, the perception of love. You're actually coming in with the truth about love here, about what you love, about how you love, and also about loving you here in your reading. Because that's how that's how both you and your person know the truth here. Because, you're coming in with the Two of Cups here. Let me just get that one for you. Yeah, there's no one kind of stimulates your mind the way your person does. That kind of clarity here, guys. Yeah. No one motivates you and inspires you to take a certain action here or to act All right, guys, when you're coming in with your cups here. And nobody makes you feel this way, even though you're meeting people here in your reading, because that's what the Tower card could signify here as well. Here, guys, is that, you know, for both you and your person, you do attract attention here. Yeah. Now, this Knight of Wands is your person. That's what I'm also picking up here in your reading, potentially here. But let's have a look, okay, guys, and let's pull an advice card, eh? See, but for your person, see, they know that you know the truth. You know the truth about love here. But, no, they're not the fastest knight in the deck. They're the most passionate here. Because it's the Knight of Swords that's the fastest, but they're fast at communicating. All right, guys. However, let's keep going here. All right, so you're coming in with the Page of Wands here in your reading. Page of Wands. Page of Wands is a messenger. All right. Yeah, it's the messenger in the tarot deck here. So, here in your reading, they still have a spark here. There's still, how would you say it? You ignite this person. You ignite this person to act, to take some kind of action here, guys. Yeah, that's what I'm getting with the Page of Wands here. See, what it can talk about there in your reading is that once they take this action, the Page of Wands, all right, show up here, let it be known, because I get with the Page of Wands, this person's going to let it be known that they're interested in you. Okay, this is both of you, I think, here, guys. You're both going to let each other know that, hey, I'm interested in you. I'm still interested in you. All right, guys, really depends on who you have around you. Okay. Now, yeah, and once that initial expression you guys is being made towards each other, then you're both gonna come in as the Knight of Wands. It is casual though, guys, so you know, come on, let's get serious about it, because that's what needs to happen. See, that's what the Three of Pentacles is talking about here. And I did speak about being grounded here, because you need to ground it. You need to ground your energy. So another way to ground the way in which you feel, because there's so much passion inside of you, is you actually have to create something with that here, guys. It could be cooking, it could be art. You actually have to put it into something. But it's not just about creating something here, you know. I mean, come on, guys. Yeah. It's about doing something that you've always wanted to do that's outside of your person here. Passion. Here, guys, what are you passionate about? What makes you happy? What's something you've always wanted to do when you were little here? Okay, fix a bike, make a bike. I know when I was little, I tried to, do a few things. I tried to do a lot of things. Here, guys, like, have access to my father's toolbox, his actual whole shed. Yeah. Okay, I am going to leave it there. I just needed to finish that off. That's what this is talking about here. Okay, you need to create something. All right, to give you the confidence to ground the way in which you are thinking, feeling. All right, guys, so that you can take that action and bring it into your reality in terms of your everyday life. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. Yep, and I'll catch you later. Bye.